7 Habits You Need to Learn from Rich People. Welcome back to the channel WISGRAM, where you can get practical wisdom for money, investing, success, and more. In today's video, I'll be sharing the 7 habits of rich people that poor people don't. But before we begin, please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you appreciate our work, please consider subscribing so that you wouldn't miss any of our new videos that will be uploaded every week. Now, let's get started. How are rich people different from the average ones? I bet there's such a question in your mind you've always wanted to unlock. Wealthy people are stable. They have a steady and sound life. They are able to make independent decisions because they don't rely on others for survival. Do you want to learn more? Let's discover and reveal the mystery of why rich people are rich. Number 1. Rich people read books. Bill Gates said, "Reading is my favorite way to indulge my curiosity." Of course, books are the best way to explore different topics that attract your interests. According to research, a typical American reads 4 books within a year, but Bill Gates reads 50 books or about 1 book every week. Can you imagine that? He revealed that reading books for over an hour a day was a critical ingredient towards his success. He was able to see things differently, something new and fresh about the world. Elon Musk also said that books were his reference. When he was young, he treated books as his companion, and that was the time he dreamed of saving the world. Ajit Singh, a professor of Stanford University's School of Medicine, explained how reading 50 to 60 books annually helped him hone his communication skills. These successful persons unveiled 3 major reasons for incorporating the act of reading into their daily lives. These are: books offer perspective, books stir imagination, and books build better communicators. It is true that books give a broader perspective about all areas of life, and it certainly is a key component in becoming a successful person. How about you? When was the last time you read a book? Number 2. Rich people get paid based on performance. Have you ever heard of this advice before? Go to school, finish your degree, work hard, and get paid. But did you know that Bill Gates and Steve Jobs both quit college and started businesses without the help of banks? Being able to work with a steady paycheck isn't a bad idea, but studies show that people who choose to get paid with a steady salary or an hourly wage are poor. These people simply want financial security of having the same amount of money. Most average people fear risking a business or investing in stocks. They fear they won't be able to earn enough based on their performance, so they will settle for earning just enough. T. Harv Eker, in his book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, shared that rich people get paid based on the results they produce, not on how much time they work. They usually own businesses which are the sources of their income. They work on commission or percentage of revenue and choose to invest in stock options or profit sharing rather than relying on salaries. The key point is, rich people trust in themselves. They are confident in the value they can provide, while poor people don't, which is why they need guarantees. Eker shared 2 tips to start thinking and acting like a millionaire: to work for yourself and to never put a ceiling on your income. Number 3. Rich people take responsibility for failures. When it comes to getting what you want, wealthy people know that no one can make it happen for you except you. Can you see rich people blaming others for their failures? Definitely not, right? This is because most rich people take responsibility for their misfortunes. The rich don't blame others and point fingers. They direct money, people, and effort towards growth. They take responsibility to gain the power to change or do something different, and they push forward towards success in spite of the obstacles. For poor people, it's always life isn't fair. It's always someone else's fault. They seem to deny the mistakes they create with lame excuses like, the economy is low, my boss is inconsiderate, or my mom won't allow me. Silly, right? Never have that mindset if you want to become rich. Remember that rich people are not afraid to fail. As long as there are life lessons to learn, they simply focus on resolving the problem rather than making a big deal out of it. Stanley Fowler stated, "Millionaires and other economically successful Americans who pursue self-employment decide to climb the corporate ladder or strive to create a financial independence lifestyle early by perpetually pushing on." Indeed, in order to move forward, you must commit to staying on track. If your life is a complete mess, then fix it. Your actions are your own, so you must take full responsibility for them. Number 4. Rich people focus on investing. Believe it or not, but you can never get rich by saving alone. If you make $500 every month, how do you plan on saving it to become a millionaire? It will certainly take you some decades to achieve that goal. Saving is a delayed expense. If you stagnantly keep your savings, the tendency is you'll use it for some reason in the future. You have to save again, and the cycle continues. Individuals who have net worths of at least $30 million invest in private and public companies, real estate, and personal fundings. These individuals understand the principle of having the money work for them. Warren Buffett, for example, has this investing rule of not losing money. He invests in firms he researches extensively, and look at his net worth. It jumped to $87.9 billion by January 2020, making him the 7th richest person in the world. These rich individuals explore outside their boundaries to frontier markets, conduct research on emerging markets, and determine whether they are suitable for inclusion in their investment portfolios and overall investment strategy. They are capable of calculating hazards. Physical assets such as residential and commercial real estate, land, gold, and even artwork are also popular among the ultra-rich. They believe that owning illiquid assets, particularly those that are uncorrelated, is beneficial to any investment portfolio, as these assets aren't as prone to market swings and they pay off over the long term. Investing is unquestionably essential to becoming rich, but these rich individuals understand that a financial plan is a dual strategy: invest and save wisely. As a result, the ultra-rich can concentrate on growing cash inflows while decreasing cash outflows, extending their overall wealth. Number 5. Rich people continuously learn. T. Harv Eker quotes, "Rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they already know." Napoleon Hill explained in his book, Think and Grow Rich, that the power of thinking aids to achieving any goal in life, including wealth. Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad Poor Dad also disclosed how continuous learning is important to getting rich. The question is thinking and learning the key factors to becoming rich? Of course! When you think, you foster self-reflection, interest, and creativity, and by that you simply force yourself to learn. Learn about yourself, other people, your surroundings. And by thinking, you undergo two processes: formulate a question and seek for an answer, which positively creates connections to your mind. The thing that makes the rich different is that they have deliberately decided to continuously learn throughout their lives. Except for the assets they invest in, they also engage in a diverse set of skills. Isn't it better to be knowledgeable at almost everything? Moreover, millionaires dedicate more time to personal growth. According to Stanley Fowler's research, they spend about 5.5 hours a week reading and nearly 6 hours a week exercising. These wealthy individuals are aware how they should spend their emotional and cognitive resources. You can check the book entitled Change Your Habits, Change Your Life by Thomas Corley. It incorporates the daily habits of exercising and reading of 177 self-made millionaires. Number 6. Rich people believe that poverty is the root of all evil. How could money be the root of all evil when money is purely paper? Money itself is neither good nor bad. Even in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10 from the Bible, which is usually translated as, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil." Not money itself, but the love of money is evil. Money is simply a medium of exchange and is a way for people to trade things. Rich people think that poverty is the root of all evil. And how does poverty result in evilness? Poverty is the state of being poor, and being poor is truly unfortunate. Being poor means you are unable to afford the minimum necessities of life. You generally engage in petty jobs to earn. Due to a low income, children never get proper schooling and nutrition. Therefore, they remain uneducated and forced to live under unhygienic conditions. With that said, poverty leads to criminal activities such as robbery, theft, murder. Poverty is the social evil. The bottom line is, money can be used for great reasons, but poverty leads it to the wrong ones. Number 7. Rich people have action mentality. According to Stanley Falla, millionaires make a few sacrifices to make the most of their time. They use resiliency and perseverance to build wealth. That's right, rich people always take action. They spend time accomplishing a certain goal. They never waste time in mindless content for hours. Meanwhile, poor people believe in winning the lottery or that they'll just get lucky. Poor people like to gamble for success. They always need someone or something to make them rich. But rich people make an action plan with detailed steps on what they need to do to get what they want. They are the ones in control with their life. So make your own luck. Stop dreaming and start working. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you again soon in another one of our episodes. Once again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family so that they can enjoy it as well. With that stated, have a wonderful day everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.